Today, on the Vince Everett Ellison Show, we're going to talk about Big Tish grabbing the bull and getting the horns, and these little snowflake black children at these HBCUs and how they can't take a debate. We're going to talk about these two things today on the Vince Everett Ellison Show. Get this thing started. Yeah, Big Tish grabbed the bull and got the horns. She reminds me of what happened in the book of Esther 9 and 10. Yeah, Esther was queen, and old Mordecai, Haman had decided he was going to go after Mordecai and kill him. He went to Esther and told Esther to make a plea to the king. And Esther and the king talked about it. And what happened was very, very interesting. Esther told the king what Haman's plans were. And he was amazed that such evil could exist in his kingdom. And the king went and got Haman. And Haman had prepared a 50-foot scaffold to hang Mordecai on. And when they arrested Haman, they looked toward Haman's house and they saw there was this 50-foot scaffold. And the king said, "Take him and hang him on it." So the scaffold that he had prepared for Mordecai, the scaffold that Haman himself was hung on.
Brand new video statement from New York's Democratic Attorney General Letitia James, a political adversary of President Trump who brought charges against him in 2022. She was just indicted by the Justice Department.
These charges are baseless, and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. I'm a proud woman of faith. And I know that faith and fear cannot share the same space. And so today, I'm not fearful. I'm fearless.
And I will not bow. I will not break. I will not bend. I will not capitulate. I will not give in. I will not give up. You come for me, you gotta come to all of us.
Poetic justice. Now, this is what's going on right now with Big Tish James, James Comey, and some more people in Washington, D.C. Do I feel bad at all about holding these people accountable for the stuff they've done? Not at all. I'm glad that we've got a president that will do it, because most are so weak that they'll allow these crooks and miscreants to continue to keep their positions of power so they can continue to damage the American people. Donald Trump says, no, it ends now. Because he saw what they did to him. And he said, if they can do this to me, a billionaire, ex-president, and president of the United States of America, if they can censor me, if they can just concoct charges and put them on me. Letitia James did something nobody else had ever done before in the history of America to get Donald Trump. A victimless crime. Where he got a loan, and he said, I believe that my property is worth this much. Now, if anybody's got a housing loan understands you get your own appraisal to go look at the property. The appraisers agreed. The loan people agreed with it. The people who gave the loan agreed. Gave Donald Trump the loan. Donald Trump paid the loan off. Nobody cared. Tish goes through the paperwork and looks at the appraisal that Donald Trump had put on his property and said, ooh, he overinflated the prices of his property. Let's take him to court. And sued him on it. Bank said we had no problem with it. He paid us back. Tish didn't care because he had inflated the worth of his property. She said, in her eyes, she said that he needs to confiscate all of his property and give it to us. Terrible. And the appellate court kicked it out. But it cost Donald Trump millions of dollars. Had him in court for weeks, tarnished his name. And she attempted to take everything he had ever worked for and owned. And then come to find out that Big Tish had done the same thing that she accused Trump of. Yeah, she lied on a mortgage application. And now she's indicted. Ain't God good? That's why I tell y'all, I try to tell y'all, be calm. Be calm. It's going to make itself right. It's going to make itself okay. We all sin, we repent, we ask God to forgive us, and then, but the ones that go out there pridefully, trying to hurt people, we all go out there and we make mistakes. You have people out there every day going out there trying to hurt people. Letitia James ran on getting Donald Trump. I'm going to find a way to get him. Show me the man and I'll show you the crime. Terrible miscarriage of justice. But now the dancing bear is about to go down. So she's angry, she's mad, she's evil, but she's having her comeuppance. She's now indicted by a federal grand jury, and I'm going to tell you, like they say, it's on, shorty, it's on. So I'm going to have a good time watching Big Tish scramble and squirm and have to explain ourselves to a court, because I'm going to tell you this right here. If Big Tish be found guilty, she's going to be walking the yard. Yes, she is. She's going to be walking. She's going to better get a shank or a blade or something. She's going to be walking the yard in a jumpsuit. And that's going to be a beautiful thing to see. All right. Now we're going to get to these HBCUs. Man, it's a crying shame. Okay, I think all of y'all have seen that video of when this little crew went out there to try to debate these children in September of 2025. They called themselves the Fearless Debates, and they went out there with their mega hats on and made the mistake of believing that they could sit down and talk to these children and debate them. Oh, man, they went crazy. It was like the Little Rock Nine in reverse.
The Arkansas National Guard ringed the school with orders to admit only the white students. It shocked the country. State troops were now being used to prevent enforcement of federal law. At the center of the crisis were these 9 teenagers, selected by the school board because of their excellent grades. The first day, 8 of the 9 went to school together, accompanied by their parents and ministers. They expected some harassment, but no real trouble.
You could cut it with a knife, the tension outside the school with these people who had come in from other parts of the state, other states. There were license plates from all other states that were there, people who had come in and were outside our school.
The 8 children and the adults with them were turned away by the National Guard. The 9th student, Elizabeth Eckford, had missed the call to gather with the others before school. Elizabeth Eckford walked alone and met a mob.
you tell me your name, please? Are you going to go to school here at Central High? You don't care to say anything, is that right? This girl here was the first Negro apparently of high school age to show up at Central High School the day that the federal court ordered it integrated. She was followed in front of the school by an angry crowd, many of them shouting epithets at her.
Well, it has to be the most frightening thing. I mean, because she had a crowd of white people behind her threatening to kill her. She had nobody. I mean, there was not a black face in sight anywhere. Nobody that she could turn to as a friend, except that this woman came out of the crowd and guided her through the mob and onto the bus and got her home safely.
You know, like you talk about reverse racism? This is reverse Little Rock 9, where in I think it was 56 and 57, they ran those black kids off of that campus, and Eisenhower had to send the 101st Airborne out there.
Video shows spirited Tennessee State University students gathered around the Fearless Debates group. David Cate is a co-founder.
We went from a peaceful conversation with students to quite literally a mob inciting violence against us.
He tells me they are trying to encourage debate on the heels of Charlie Kirk's murder. The signs the group brought read, "DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now. Let's talk." TSU senior Layla Johnson was there when it all went down on Tuesday.
What did you think about the group coming onto this campus with those signs?
I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, why would you come to a HBCU with all that commotion knowing that we're going to say something about it? Like, they're just, like, insane.
Why did your group pick a historically black college to have this conversation?
Is there a reason why we shouldn't go to historically black colleges to have these conversations? We're not limiting who we want to go speak to based off their race, based off their gender.
The university is calling the group's actions hostile and saying TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner.
Take a look at our last 6 stops, our first 6 stops. We have not had an issue like this whatsoever.
Layla believes they were not there for debate, but to provoke students.
I don't agree with it. Like, it's just nonsense.
All we did was set up a table.
The university says a group was escorted from campus. Cate denies that. He instead says they were taken away for safety. TSU adds they were not authorized on campus.
Are you guys going to continue to just show up to public universities if they don't answer?
Absolutely, it's our free speech. It's our these campuses have a free speech area. They're public universities.
The university declined to comment further, but the NAACP came out in support of the students. Reporting in Nashville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
And how they were screaming at them and kicking at them. I mean, the Democrats have always been that way when it came down to opposition. You ain't never seen no conservatives or Republicans do that kind of stuff to nobody. It's always been the Democrats. Always them dirty, low-down jokers, man. Ruby Bridges, Little Rock 9, and then George Wallace going up at University of Alabama with Vivian Malone and James Hood, stopping them. It's them.
Story about a photo episode 4. This is the moment a governor stood in a school doorway to stop 2 black students from going to class. On June 11, 1963, 2 students, Vivian Malone and James Hood, arrived to register at the University of Alabama, but Alabama's governor, George Wallace, physically blocked the entrance. He was trying to keep his promise of segregation forever. In response, President John F. Kennedy sent in the Alabama National Guard. The governor eventually stepped aside. That same day, Vivian Malone and James Hood successfully registered, breaking the color barrier at the university. Like and subscribe if you like the story about another photo.
Them jokers, when James Hood got into Alabama, they say for 2 months. He had to get the hell out of there, man. James Meredith at Ole Miss. No debate, just violence. And now these black children have become exactly what they hate. So now, BLEXIT, and just in case you don't know, BLEXIT is an organization that's part of TPUSA. I go around. I'm part of BLEXIT. We do speeches. I do speeches for them. I go to cities all over the country doing speeches for BLEXIT, telling black people to exit the Democratic Party. BLEXIT stands for Black Exit. So I'm not with this campus tour that they're doing right now, but they got some of the younger members going out to these college campuses. And what are they going out there to do? Dialogue, debate. The children that are out there. And you know what's happening? That has become a sensation, a viral sensation, where you got black people telling black children not to engage with these BLEXIT children. Now listen, let me tell you how bad this is. This is like, I would think that they would be like the people down at Liberty University. Bring your liberal behind on this campus if you want to and watch us cut you up. Liberty has a great debate team. They won national championships in debate. So they're not afraid of anybody. So come on that college campus if you want to. And start trying to justify LGBTQ. Come on that college campus and try to justify climate change. Come on that college campus and try to justify atheism and aborting babies. Come on that college campus and start trying to debate and justify illegal immigration. Those Liberty students, those students at Hilldale College, and those students at Regent University is going to tear your behind up. They're not going to run from you. They're going to start salivating and say, please sit down and let's have this talk. But guess what they're telling these children at the HBCUs? Don't dialogue with them because everybody's just looking for a viral moment.
You have a child in an HBCU? Listen to me and listen to me good. The black MAGA Trumpers are trying to visit HBCU campuses, stir up strife, cause problems, and go viral and get clicks. Tell your children, do not engage, do not engage, do not engage. Ignore them. Go to class and walk away in the other direction. And they're also trying to go to HBCU campuses during the homecoming weekend where they know there will be people and they will go viral. Take a look. The BLEXIT student movement is headed to an HBCU near you, featuring Craig Long, Savannah Craven, Stephen Davis, Topher, and Anthony Watson. Avoid these people. Ignore them. Do not engage. Do not debate. Don't boo them. Don't acknowledge. Get campus security, campus authorities, and proceed to class. They are only there to go viral. They've already visited a few HBCUs, and they're headed to Jackson State, Tennessee State, FAMU, North Carolina Central, Howard, Hampton, Bowie State, and Lincoln during homecoming, where they know there'll be a big audience and they can go viral. So again, if you have a child at any of those HBCUs, let them know the black MAGA Trumpers, known as BLEXIT, are on their way to their campuses. Do not engage, do not engage, do not engage. Do not engage.
Moment. If you can't give us a viral moment, we can't have a viral moment. You know what you're gonna do? You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna be exposed. They're going to ask each other the question was, who's the first president of the United States of America? They're going to say, oh. Can you tell me what the First Amendment to the Constitution is? Oh, what's the Constitution? They're going to ask them to justify certain things that they believe. They're not going to be able to do it. And they know it. This is why they are telling them not to engage. What's the old saying? It's better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you're a fool than to open it up and remove all doubt. That is the mantra of HBCUs right now. It's better to keep your mouth closed and make people think you're a thug and ignorant than to open up your mouth and remove all doubt. So they're actually telling these children, instead of saying, tell you what you do, when them BLEXIT dudes come on the campus, I want you to go up there and sit down with them and tear them up. Tear them up. Show them how good you are. Show them how the HBCUs have educated you to take on all comers. Our Bible tells us that we have to study the Bible so that when people come up to us and challenge us, we got to be able to give an answer. There's nothing worse than an ignorant Christian. But it's like you can't play football, right? And then you run out on the field, you stand there running, and then another team come up, and then the coach said, run! You know you can't win. Get the hell out there, boy. You'll get you. That's what they're telling these children. And you know what? These children ought to feel sad for that. They are telling them, we do not have you prepared to take on these BLEXIT people. And believe me, I know these guys coming down there for BLEXIT. You better be prepared. You better be prepared. Told for Stephen, David, Craig, all of them, yeah, they coming. And they're going to try to make it hard. Because they know they can't compete. You know you can't compete. You get up in a boxing ring with somebody, and then when the champion walks into the ring, you take out the ring and start running. I mean, do I need to put a coward in with the Democratic Party too now? With perverts, liars, psychopaths, anti-Christian bigots, thug, hole rappers, and cowards? It's going to be like, I'm going to keep adding stuff like LGBTQ plus QIA, all that kind of mess. Just keep on adding categories to the Democrats. Now you're cowards. Come on, man. I want to see y'all engage these BLEXIT people, and I want to see y'all beat the living hell out of them. Topher, they going to beat the hell out you, man, you come on that campus. Yay! Get ready for it, boy. Steve, Davis, yeah. They're going to put you in the headlock and body slam you. I want to see you HBCU cats, when you see BLEXIT come on that campus, I want y'all to sit down, pull up a chair, look them right in the eye and say, bring it, man. What you got? But we know it's not going to happen. Because you cannot justify what you're doing on these HBCUs. You got like a 15% graduation rate. You're always begging for money. You're not teaching these children anything except to be beggars in America. Teach them that they are, what you tell them, white privilege, systemic racism, white supremacy. They're beaten before they even get in the game. I'm an old athlete, and I played football. If it's one thing that you could never, ever do, is have a team member on that team that will walk out on that field and say, man, we can't win. We can't win. We might as well give up. We can't win. No team would have it. It's part of the American warrior ethos. And this is why those children can't compete in America. Because they do not have the American warrior ethos of we do not give up. We cannot be defeated. We fight till the end. No one is better than we are. We are the best in the world. Don't believe me? We'll show you. When we get into the Olympics, we dominate. When it comes to world finance, we dominate. When it comes down to defending ourselves, we dominate. When you walk throughout the world and you say that I'm American, people step back and they're in awe of you because you know why? We dominate. And just from this action right here, I see that's teaching you to capitulate and crawl. You want to talk about George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, the founding fathers? Oh yeah, you stand as they have stood. Fight as they have fought, and nobody can deny you their birthright. But instead, you're taught to run. Frightened to invite me to the campus because you know that if I come into that campus, I'm going to figuratively, because I know you're clutching your pearls now, figuratively slit your throat. So run. I'd advise you to run because we're coming. And when we're coming with the Bible and the Constitution. See if you can stand up to it. Because America is back, baby. And we're coming. And I'm going to keep bringing you this message because I'm here to wake you up. And I hope I did you some good here today. And I want to say something. My good friend, Huckleberry Adams, killed his first bear You can see it here. It's a wonderful thing because it shows how a father's supposed to raise his son. He's supposed to take him out with him, teach him how to defend himself, teach him how to walk strong in the world. And as long as we have men like this, men that know how to use a gun, men that teach their sons how to use a gun, men that teach their sons how to travail through the woods and live like men in America, not bowing, not scraping, but standing strong, you will never defeat us. So go ahead, Huck. Glad to have you in my community. Glad to have your father in my community. Glad to have men like this in my community. Because as long as you're here, we'll always be free men. Yeah, let's keep it rolling. Let fathers educate their sons and train their sons. And as long as we'll do that, we'll always be free in America. God bless you all. And join me again for another edition of the Vince Everett Ellison Show. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website. And on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got T-shirts, we got caps. You got my books, my documentaries. You got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new T-shirts. We're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it. Make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the T-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.